Hello, I'm Mark Childhouse, and because things on the internet seem to lose their date references, today is Tuesday, September 26, 2023. On Wednesday, September 13th, 2023, we visited the Clark Planetarium, Salt Lake City, Utah. We probably spent an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours there. Really interesting visit. I think the entire facility is aimed at somewhere between 8 and 15 years old. Other people may disagree with me. A lot of the facilities is focused on meteorites, which is kind of cool, including one from Park Forest, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago. Really nice signage on the meteorites. I kind of like meteorites. I own one. You can buy them on the internet. Make sure you get a legitimate one. You can hunt them for yourself. And they've got a really good gizmo thing that covers a couple of floors and a lot of floor space, just rolling things around and whatever else, and that's in the video too. It was an interesting visit. It was a catch-as-catch-can visit for us, and I was hoping to see a lot more stars and learn more about the solar system, the universe, whatever. There was some info there on the planets. You'll see those. But there wasn't a whole lot. There was some play stuff associated with plasma, and unfortunately the photography didn't come out real well, so most of it I didn't even try to put up. Hope you enjoy the visit. It's interesting. There is no admission charge, so walk in and enjoy it. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed the visit. This is the Clark Planetarium at the intersection of two streets. There is no parking lot that we found in this area. There is parking on the street metered, and you have to download an app to do it. We had some fun in getting that done. I probably butcher this guy's name, but Foucault, the Foucault pendulum. And I've seen this in a number of other places. It's an interesting scenario. I've talked to a couple of staff members at various places about this thing, and according to them, it will swing to eternity. No, it won't. Each time it swings, there's a little bit of air resistance and it slows down. So eventually it does come to stop. But I enjoy these every time I see them because I understand what's happening with them. And depending on where you put them on the surface of the Earth is depending on how far they swing. And I'm showing you this one here in motion. And right at the beginning of the video, there's a click as it's knocking over one of those little pins. Then because of their width and their spacing, it's 2 to 3 minutes before the next one gets knocked over. My camera shut down automatically as for some reason, and I didn't get a second click, and every time I came back, it just knocked down. There are a lot of meteorites on display. Meteors burn up in the atmosphere, don't hit the surface of the Earth. Meteorites don't burn up in the atmosphere. They make it down to the surface. They can be recovered. You can actually buy meteorites on the internet or at well-equipped astrological reference stores. And we've got one. The nice thing about this, as we're leaping through these various meteorites, which are some are absolutely beautiful, they are unique. They are well labeled as to where they're coming from and their information about them. And there was one in particular that I had a real fun time with because it came from Park Forest, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago where I grew up. A nice presentation about meteorites and how to collect them. Was told as a child that I should take a very clean bucket, put it out in the yard during rain, and when the rain's over, go out and take a very clean magnet and sweep through the water at the bottom of the bucket. And if anything magnetic sticks to the magnet, that's a meteorite, and they're probably extremely small meteorites. You might need a magnifying glass to see them. And this display reinforces that. This display says check your gutters on your roof. I haven't done that, but I think I'll try it. I'm going to butcher this name, but Chelyabinsk is a town in Siberia, the eastern edge of Russia, of the greater frontier of Russia. And on February 15, 2013, the meteorite came through. It talks about this at 42,000 miles an hour on a low Earth angle and broke up into many pieces and then came down. And they've got a piece of it on display here. Most meteorites are magnetic in nature, so you can go after them with a magnet. You can go after them with a metal detector. There's some rules and regulations about where you can use metal detectors. Probably 20% of the entire Clark Planetarium was devoted to meteorites. So that seems to be where the focus is. They talk about where they're formed, how they're formed. They're formed far away. They come from numerous locations, asteroids that broke up, asteroids that had collisions, asteroids that hit, say, the moon and then shattered pieces off the moon. And one of them, some of those pieces came down to good old Mother Earth, and you can actually touch one of those, and you can have a little fun with it. Hey, look, I touched the moon. I reached the moon, which is kind of cool, and I enjoyed it. They had a low pressure chamber, if you want to call it that, low pressure area, that as you stood in it, they had some steam some water vapor going through it so you could see it. And this little girl decided that she was going to stand in the middle of it, which you can do. And unfortunately, the video for it didn't turn out. But her pigtails were following the airflow. And it talks about how tornadoes, an ultimate low pressure area, develop. They got into space weather and plasma and addressed solar winds, the aurora borealis, and whatever else. And they had numerous things where you could play with plasma generators, get the magnetic field that's around your hands, around your body, and with the flow of the plasma that's inside the tubes. And it's kind of fun. We're having fun with it. Not all of the displays work as we expected, but you get to watch some of those here. Not sure what the
purpose of this gizmo is, but kind of neat, and it's huge. It's like 2.5, 3 stories tall, covers a big chunk of space, and kind of reminds me out of a big Goldberg device that
Reminds me of
How about the thing at the miniature museum?
Charlie, you missed the electric ball.
Inside Out?
Well, I thought the planetarium was pretty cool. I was a bit disappointed, I guess. However, they did have this presentation of the planets, even if they did drop Pluto, which is now classified as an exoplanet. I kind of liked it. And associated with this, they had a scale that you select what planet you want to go to, and it tells you how much you can pay on that planet, gravity on the mass of your body, which is kind of fun. And they had a green screen thing for you to play with, so I did. Well, I'm told I'm getting picky, but this sign says lollipops, awesome flavors, 0.99 cents each. 0.99 cents is less than a penny. If they'd put a dollar sign in front of the decimal point and taken away the word cents, they'd be 99 cents each. But when they're 0.99 cents each, that's less than a penny. Let the guy at the cashier know that this sign needed correcting, and he could care less. As we walked out, this was a structure at the, I think it's called the Utah Transit Association, Utah Transit Authority, the light rail station there, kind of interesting. And then this was a mural on the building. It was an interesting visit. It's focused, I would say, mainly on kids somewhere between the age of 18 and 15. I enjoyed it. I won't be going back. We spent probably an hour and a half there, and it is worth the stop just to see it, but it's not worth the stop to make it one of your destinations. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.